Hey guys, it's Madison again with another week of DIYs. Welcome. We are here with another garland, and this one's gonna be a little different this week. It's gonna be a evergreen garland instead of like a eucalyptus one. So it's still gonna be scented and smell really good. We're just gonna be using different greens. So let's go through our greens this week. We got our classic cedar. Smells delicious. Very soft, very nice. Very happy about that one. Then we have our pine. Again, I love pine because it's really spiky. The color's really cool. It's kind of blue-ish if you look at it. It's like a bluish green tinge to it. And again, it's just one of my faves. I just love how it smells. Yum, yum. And then we have our main one, which is going to be fir. Fir is really nice inside of wreaths and garlands because it fills up a lot of space. It's very thick, and all of the pieces have like so many pieces to them. So this is going to be pretty much our main green, that we're going to be using throughout our wreath garland. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut packet pieces. I know we did wreaths and now we're doing garlands, and you've heard me say packet pieces for the past like 4 weeks, but that's just wreath making, baby. That's just what you gotta do. So we're gonna cut little packet sizes of those. All right, so again, palm-sized pieces. So measure them out with your hand, cut one, and then you'll pretty much have a feel of what it should look like. So we're just gonna keep going. Palm-sized pieces. Oh my God, already this room is starting to smell so good. It smells so good already. I love the smell of a good winter green. Palm-sized pieces. Noble fir, which is what this is very like branchy and has a lot of like hard stems. So just work around those. You don't have to use the main stem. It's very hard. My pruners definitely aren't big enough to handle that. I need some like, oh, actually, it's not that bad. But I don't want to use that big chunky piece. It will make it really hard to tie. So I'm gonna use smaller pieces. Get rid of that piece. All right, now we're just gonna keep going. Again, we definitely want more pieces of fir in our bunches than what we want for this, for our last one we did, because it's gonna be like the main green we put in our garland. Now this garland could be really good on a mantle. And we got this really beautiful velvet ribbon that's gonna make a big old bow on it, and it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. So very excited about that one. Put that to the back, I want to make my packets. You know, every time it gets to this season, I'm like, the snow, but then, you know, the holidays come around and everyone gets so happy. People are in love, hanging out with their spouses or family and friends, having little parties, giving each other gifts. It's actually a beautiful time, you know? I'm glad we could share this time together. Makes me happy. All right. Again, this is the most time-consuming part about making wreaths and garlands. It's just making these packet pieces. Like, that's why I do it all before I get my little like pieces going, and then bam, that's right there, big old pile. Clean off your station. Now we're gonna make some packet pieces of our white pine or pine. Not sure what type of pine this is. All right, so I'm gonna find palm-sized pieces. And weird pieces like this where it just covers the entire branch, you can just like do what we usually do with our branches. Find a little piece, cut it right there. And just keep doing the same thing. Cut those palm-sized pieces. Bam. Put it there. Perfect. Pull back our greens. Palm-sized piece. Fluff back out our greens. Palm-sized piece. All right, and then you just keep going. I'm doing this quick and speedy, and I know you guys can do it quick and speedy too. Believe you guys. We've been making palm-sized pieces for the past 4 weeks. So, you got this. You're a pro. You're better than me. All right. Palm-sized piece. Hope you guys enjoyed that little singing I just did there for you. All right, now we're gonna make palm-sized pieces of our cedar. Let's get it. All right. Get a good wrist workout, you know. I'm gonna cut along the stem and the wood so you're not like giving like a straight edge to these really pretty feathery pieces. You don't want to cut the leaves, you want to cut the middle part so you have those pretty pieces and it looks neat and nice and pretty. Palm-sized piece, palm-sized piece. You're just cutting a bunch of them, guys. At this point, you're just gonna, it's gonna feel like light work. Light work. All right, we're almost done. Hang in there with me, guys. Feel free to pause the video too, if you need to. I don't expect you guys to probably like, whoa, 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 slow down, Madison. I'm like, I can't, I'm just a video. I'm just a video, so it's up to you, you know. Y'all, I'll be cracking myself up. I'll be just videotaping these and I'll be giggling. I'm so glad you guys are here to laugh with me, honestly. Might go crazy without you. All right, so we got our palm-sized pieces. That was a lot of work, but it's gonna be worth it in the end because why in the world would you cut that as you go? That would just be awful. So now we're gonna get started. So we're gonna take our bind wire and we're gonna make a packet piece. All right, so first I'm gonna start with my noble fir. Let's do that. Noble fir, noble fir. We're gonna make these real fluffy because we want the noble fir to be like the main green. And then we're just gonna do like a couple pieces of our other greens, you know. But we really want it to be full of fur. And then use the other ones as like little accents, greens, you know. You know, you gotta know to know, you know. I'm only gonna use like one piece of the cedar. I'm not gonna use a lot. You know? All right, so I'm gonna make this one even, like that. Keep our stuff organized, unlike the last one I did. We're gonna make this one organized because it can get real confusing. And we're gonna do our first packet. That first packet needs to be the foundation packet. It needs to be super strong. So we're gonna tie it more upward, up here. And remember, we're gonna tie it up, not too far to the point where we can see it and it blocks the beautiful foliage that we've started, but then low enough to the point where it can be covered, and then also high enough to the point where we're leaving some space to tie on our next one, because remember, that's how we build it. It has to have enough room to tie onto something, because if we don't tie it onto something, then it's just gonna like slip out and be all weird and not a garland. All right, so I'm gonna do that. No, don't pull it too hard, because I just broke my bind wire, guys. Don't be like me. Don't be like Madison. All right, so we're gonna retie that real quick. That was a tight tie. All right. It's okay. Even I make mistakes in this flower house. You know, even florists at Flowers for Dreams are people too. So, all right, so we're gonna start with the next one. All right, so we got this first one going. Again, you should be able to tug on it enough to the point where it doesn't move. You should be able to shake this and nothing really slips out. And we're gonna start with our next packet. Let's get started. That's so pretty. Oh, and it smells so good. All right. So again, we want a lot of fur in these because we have so much of it. And then like a few pieces each of our second green. And then like 1 or 2 pieces of this, you know, just like as an accent. Like we really want this to be the accent green, you know? All right, and this is gonna add, again, a bunch of different textures and just be so pretty and full, and it's gonna look beautiful on a mantle. It really is. So we're gonna put it low enough to the point where it covers up the other stems and it covers up our mechanics, but high enough where I can still tie it onto the last part we did. There we go. So you see that? I'm just layering them, just like last week. But these are a little thicker, so you need to pull pretty tight. You want to make sure that each one, oh God, I broke the big no-no rule. It's tangled. That's okay. Just untangle it really quick. If you just keep pulling on it, really, it will sort itself out. All right, next packet. All right, a lot of noble fir, a couple pieces of pine, I don't know where that accent came from, but you know, it's fine. And then we're gonna put it, again, just low enough to the point where you can still tie it on, but have another one that it goes on too. This is a thick garland, guys. She's thick. I'm gonna take away a piece of pine, just so it's not too bulky. We don't want it too bulky. We want to be able to see the things on our mantle. I'm gonna stretch it out just a little, but tighten it. Make sure all those stems in there are tight. Again, you should be able to give it a good pull. All right, next packet. Let's get it. Couple pieces, and like 1 piece of this. I'm just gonna keep going, keep going. Flowers for Dreams, man. It's a loud place. Floristry is super hardcore if you haven't noticed. I know you guys feel it. This stuff is hard, right? We're like superheroes here. All right, next packet. Keep going, guys. I believe in you. stretch it out. Make sure any pieces look too bulky, you can cut them off. Another packet. Keep going, guys. I believe in you. But the end is gonna be so worth it, I promise. You're gonna be like, oh my God, this is a lot. But then you're gonna look at it on your mantle or on your dinner table and you're gonna be like, oh my God, Madison was so right. She was so right. It's beautiful. Again, layering it, really making it tight. No, I almost didn't. Remember, you're layering it and making sure you're grabbing all those stems from the last one. I almost didn't. I just looked under there and I was like, that would have fell apart. So I'm glad I'm looking. Untangle your string, unlike me. There we go. Remember how I say to you guys every week we do something like this? I'm like, literally don't get it tangled. And I get it tangled every week. So, there we go. But easy fix. See how we did that? That's what we do, period. All right. All right, we're gonna keep going. And I think I'm gonna end this one right here. Definitely. So I'm gonna cut this packet a little. Shorter. Make this one extra fluffy so it's like hiding some of our mechanics. You know how it is. I taught you guys last week. So I'm doing one that's kind of going both ways, just so it's like a little more. All right, so I'm gonna go around a few times with the string that we have left. Let me put a couple feathery pieces in here. Matter of fact, let me do this. Just so it ends off pretty. I want it to end off well. Let me do this. This is a fluffy piece, guys. God, she's fluffy. That's beautiful. All right. We're going around and we are tightening. This one's gonna be really tight. Really, really, really tight. Yes, so this is what we got going on right now. I'm gonna be real. She not looking the best, but we're gonna fix her in the end and she's gonna look so good, I promise you. All right, and now we're gonna use our leftover green to make it look just a little more full and a little more pretty. As this is on a mantle, so it's not like they're gonna fall out or anything, so we can tuck in a little extra pieces. I'm gonna get a few more feathery pieces in there because I feel like that would be pretty. And that will fix some of the issues it seems like she's got going on in there. You really want it to spread down your table, down your mantle, or wherever you're gonna put her. You know? And then we're gonna do the same over here and just really start adding in those pieces down the mantle. A little tip, so what went wrong with me, because as I said, I too make mistakes, is I made these packets a little too thick. Fur is very thick, and at first I was like, oh, that's what I want. I want these pieces to be super full and super nice, but in reality, they can't handle it. It can't handle it, so it needs to have like very thin pieces. So I would say, my little tip, if you're like, this ain't coming out right, and you're watching the whole video, and you turn out, mine didn't come out that well either. I would say just make thinner pieces, like thinner packets. use like one piece of this, one piece of fir, one piece of pine, and then make sure you have a stick on the end exposed so that it's skinnier, and then you can really like grip it on there tight, have longer length, and it's not so super full. So yeah. So yeah. Let me get a couple more pieces of our feathery cedar. All right, you're all set. Matter of fact, let's set the mood. Let's set the mood, because why not? Get our pillar candles, handy dandy pillar candles, and then bam. Now, if that's not a Christmas mantle, I don't know what is. Again, it's beautiful. We have 3 types of greens in there. It smells amazing in here, and it's gonna make your house smell amazing. We have these candles here that will really frame everything, and this pretty little Christmas bow, just to say, hey, it's the holiday season. As always, thanks for joining me on this wild ride of me making a Christmas garland, and you know, it's always been good. So yeah, hope to see you guys next week. Let me see what you guys do with your greens. Make sure you send a photo to the email below this video in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.